This morning, it is always great to welcome back Dr. Jeffrey Raval. Dr. Raval is a facial plastic surgeon and medical director of Rocky Mountain Laser Aesthetics located in Cherry Creek. Dr. Raval keeps us up to date with the latest cosmetic surgery procedures. Today, he's back to talk about a great new website, ColoradoBeautyDeals.com, geared towards saving you money for your cosmetic procedures. He's also showing us a demonstration on this special at his practice that he's doing right now through ColoradoBeautyDeals.com with one of our patients, Valerie. And I cannot wait to hear about this because it's lots of savings, isn't it, on
yes,
products?
It is. Yes, it's everything from health and wellness. Anything that's involved with health and wellness is featured on the ColoradoBeautyDeals.com webpage. So anything from Botox to fillers to laser treatments to massages or any other wellness treatments that you may want to be interested in.
So there's a lot of different things on this, and it's not just the cosmetic procedures.
No, but it does include that.
Right.
Yes. So it's cosmetic as well as wellness.
And you know, there's so many different daily deals, but only for health and beauty needs.
Right.
So it's kind of everything.
Yeah. Well, you know, the great thing about it is it's just like, or it's very similar to like daily beauty or daily. Was it Denver Daily Deals is one of them?
Yes, yes.
And you know, Groupon is probably the most well-known. And the great thing about those, as well as this site, is you just get some great deals through those.
Now, how often is that when they come online?
This is once a week. You get a great deal once a week, so it allows people to get on if they miss it. That's the one thing about Groupon or those other sites. A lot of times it's just daily. If you miss it for that day, you can't take advantage of it. These deals are weekly, and they change every week, and they're usually just fantastic deals where you can get up to 20, 30, 40, even up to 50% off, depending on what kind of deal they're offering.
Oh, that's great. And the deal this week?
The deal this week is Radius Filler.
Okay.
And it's a volumizing filler that we're offering it in my practice through ColoradoBeautyDeals.com.
Okay.
And we're offering it at 30% off. So normally a syringe is $600. And I think with the deal, it comes to somewhere around $420 or something like that.
So this really helps you being involved with an online service like this, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. It really helps. And again, it really does because it becomes viral in a way. You know, we're on Facebook and we're on email lists, and if you pass it on to another friend and so forth, it really helps spread the word for some really fantastic deals right now.
So since this is the deal right now, Radius,
right.
run through again the actual price, how much it is, and then the discount.
It's $600
for one.
For one, but now we're offering 30% off of that.
Oh, you are.
So yeah,
okay.
so $180 off of that, which makes it $420 a syringe.
And that's per syringe.
Per syringe.
And that usually goes pretty far, I guess, doesn't it?
Yeah, Radius is a great filler because it can last up to 1.5 years or 2 years. In fact, studies have shown that Radius itself can stimulate your own collagen in your skin, which means that collagen can possibly have some permanence to it as well. So you can get some volume added from the filler, and once the filler leaves, you may have some additional collagen that was stimulated from the injection.
And so that stays longer. That
and
helps
then,
to keep it
potentially,
there.
yeah.
Now, do you know what the deal might be next week and the next week, or is it kind of?
Next week, it's going to be a hair removal deal that we have. The week before, we had one. A cosmetic dentist was offering a deal on teeth whitening, and starting in the new year, we're going to have Zuri Spa in Cherry Creek North, and they're going to be featuring a special. I believe they're going to do a glycolic or a laser peel special as well.
That is awesome. And then speaking of Radius, you brought in Valerie in this treatment.
Yes.
Now, between both of you, from what you hear and what you felt, painful at all?
Well, I got all numbed up. So.
Oh, she's numb.
So yeah,
but is it sometimes?
It does. It hurts a little bit. So it's funny because a lot of people comment. I do this. You know, I do this demonstration on the show every time, or I do a lot of demonstrations.
Right.
And a lot of people comment that the people on the show rarely move. They don't flinch, and they're really surprised. And so Valerie is a very typical patient of ours, and she's one that's a little bit more sensitive. So I just want to show everybody that I'm actually bringing some real people who actually have some sensitivity. What we did to kind of mitigate that was to numb her a little bit before the show started. And you can see that causes no bruising. And then we have some numbing cream, which we also gave her before the show started.
So you're ready to go, aren't you?
I think so.
Can you really tell the difference from the side that
I feel
is
like
and
I'm
isn't?
drooling. I'm not.
You're not though.
But you can see really even the numbing process really doesn't show much.
Yeah.
And the other thing that I wanted to point out is we actually gave her filler yesterday.
Oh, okay.
And so a lot of people always wonder about bruising, and yes, you can bruise. We did filler around her eyes, and you can see she's got little bruises right here and right there. Okay,
Yeah.
but that's really not so bad after one day. But let me show you what we do. We do a couple other things. So we're doing Radiesse today, and one of the things that we do in our office that is unique is that we mix it with a numbing agent called lidocaine. I've already drawn up the lidocaine into this syringe, and what we do is we literally move the Radiesse and mix it in with that syringe. So now you can see the Radiesse and the lidocaine together, and we basically
That's all it takes.
we mix it back and forth. And this is a very unique procedure that we do in our office.
So after the first shot, you don't feel the second one as much because the lidocaine's already showing up the area.
So you got it all mixed in. Radiesse mixes very nicely.
Oh, it does.
And then we're ready to go. I already have the needle on. And just in case everybody's wondering, Valerie's already been cleaned off. We wiped her with alcohol and so forth before the show started.
So she's had the topical numbing and now the internal.
She had internal numbing, she had topical numbing, and now with the injector itself, she has numbing as well. So we really do everything we can to reduce the amount of discomfort. There's also something called epinephrine in lidocaine, which also helps with the bruising. So where we're going to inject Valerie today is we're going to inject her what's called the pre-jowl area. As we all get a little older, we can develop these things called jowls. A lot of people feel like you just need to lift this up to improve that, but really you can put a little bit of a filler in front of it, and you can get a smoothness along the jawline. Go ahead and lean back just a little bit. I'm going to come up from over here, and what we do is we just go into this area right here, and I just put a little bit of filler right against her bone, actually, because this Radiesse is calcium-based, and it's very similar to bone.
Yeah, look at that.
And did you feel that too much at all?
Yeah, how are you feeling? Nothing.
And really, that's it. I've already injected about a third of the syringe, and it really didn't take that long at all. Go ahead and hold that.
Yeah, I mean, from the looks of it, people watching might be going, ee, but for you,
No, it was fine.
It's fine. Now, how did you hear about Dr. Raval?
I think I heard about him when I first moved here, probably 10 years ago, when when Botox was just starting to come on, and it was kind of scary because you didn't know where Botox was, who was going to shoot up. There were so many different people doing it.
Of course.
I mean, my veterinarian, I think, was offering Botox. No, I'm just kidding. But,
no, don't go there.
I wanted a doctor, and so Dr. Raval is the best, and
Wonderful.
he only focuses on head and neck. So I thought that was really important, that you don't do any of the other body plastic surgery. He just does face and neck.
Face.
That's what's
Face and neck.
That's my specialty.
Well, we want to take a look at some of your the other work that you've done in services.
This is the magic of volume injections. So here's the before and after. Someone who's older, but when we did some volume, you can see the dramatic change in how they look. She also had some laser treatments as well. I think the one thing that people say when people get volume is that not only do they look younger, but they look healthier.
Yeah, of course.
And it's just a very natural look to just add volume. Here's another patient. Now, she had some laser peels as well, but she's a thin patient, 37, I think. And we just gave her some volume and some laser peels. And again, we offer the laser peels in our office as well. And these are the kind of changes you can get by just adding volume.
Look at that.
And laser peels.
Oh, you're beautiful. Stop. No, that's beautiful.
So, and that's and Megan. That's Megan. She's been on our show as well before.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's right. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's beautiful work. Well, thank you very much.
Well, thank you.
Merry Christmas, Happy New Year.
Merry Christmas.
And it's time for you to go out and get some presents.
Oh, yes.
Ready.
Right. I haven't started my Christmas shopping yet.
If you are interested in the deals and services Dr. Raval just spoke about, visit coloradobeautydeals.com for more information or to book an appointment. If you call before December 31st to book that appointment, you'll receive Radiesse at 30% off at just $420. That's almost $200 off the regular price of $600. So make sure you visit coloradobeautydeals.com to register for all the details. You can also call 303-381-FACE. That's 303-381-3223. This is before December 31st. Be sure to visit their new office location at 3773 Cherry Creek North Drive, Suite 132. It's a beautiful setting that makes you feel very comfortable and very relaxed. He'll take care of you, Dr. Raval. This segment was paid for by Raval Facial Aesthetics.